tourism essentially is people traveling somewhere because of its association with a film or television show. It's about kind of connecting with something that you're a fan of. You know, what is it really like in Dubrovnik? And I've learned about it, you know, I've heard about it a little bit through Game of Thrones, but what is it really like? What's really going on here? You know, what's Albuquerque really like, or Stockholm, or any of these places that have these kind of media connections? What is it really like being there? What's real and what's fake? There are a lot of places. Albuquerque, where they did Breaking Bad, that's become really popular. I think a lot of the Game of Thrones locations, Dubrovnik's a big one, it was King's Landing, but also in Northern Ireland, where they filmed just a lot of everything. Harry Potter, both sort of the theme park version of it, but also they opened the studio tour and outside of London, and a couple of just other, you know, outside filming locations all around the UK. But also I think the big one that people always think of is Lord of the Rings, and its locations in New Zealand, both outside and the Hobbiton set are still big draws, you know, all these years on. So those are kind of big examples of it. I was expecting to kind of go in, particularly when I started looking at Game of Thrones people, and assuming that everyone who I talked to were going to be, you know, people who were kind of, I mean, proud of being nerds, you know, into it. You know, they wanting to you know, go to these places, and, you know, there are people who read the message boards, who talk about it a lot. A lot of them weren't. A lot of them are just kind of normal people who really like Game of Thrones, who are on holiday and think, this is the thing I really want to do. Now that it's kind of starting to become more of a business and less just kind of individual people going because they think this is cool, it's, you know, you get kind of these questions about, you know, who's in control here? You know, what's the role of the media and the power of the media? We understand what is real through what is physical, what we can touch, what we can walk around in, you know, what we can pick up a rock and throw at. And it's that experience that I think is really at the heart of this, and what people find really compelling about going to the places, the ones that do anyway.